So this is day 2 and I went for a ride around Bahria Town. This is the central business district that they're developing there. You've got lots of buildings going up. Some of them are finished, a very small percentage of them. Eventually this will be quite a busy hub, but you're looking at probably 4 or 5 years, I'd say. There's a lot of development going on, as you can see there. Some of the buildings look like they're going to become quite fancy looking, nice glass frontages. And look at the size of the roads, very wide. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like 5 years from now. But there's a lot of development going on in Pakistan. It's a developing country. There's a future here. There's a lot of opportunity for people. There's a lot of opportunity to start businesses. There's a very educated, intelligent workforce around as well. And then you've got a very cheap labor force, because there's a big difference. There's a lot of poverty here as well. So lots of opportunity I can see here in Pakistan. If you're Western educated, have a Western mindset, you already have an advantage that you know how things can work in a positive way. You know you'll probably be respected a little bit more because people will assume that you're going to be more honest. One of the problems with Pakistan is that it has a really bad reputation for dishonesty. Really bad amongst its own people as well. So this is something that really need to change. It really needs to change here in Pakistan, so that people are known as being honest and trustworthy, and they're not at the moment. I think that will change. There are some fantastic people in Pakistan, a lot of honest people, a lot of very nice people. The culture is actually quite good here. And there are a lot of Pakistanis, Brit-Paks, who are now moving back. So on this day, I went to Bahria Enclave later in the evening, and I met up with 3 brothers. One of them is from Canada. He's moved over with his family. He's been there since last year, October, so maybe 6 months. This looks like a very nice development. It should come up very nice. All glass frontage and then shops along the side here. The other guy I met, can you believe it? There was a 28-year-old who's relocated from the UK to Pakistan. I was very surprised. He's probably the youngest of the people who've moved. And then there's people like myself who are 55 who are thinking of having this as a retirement place when once our kids are fully grown up. But this will probably be a stopgap. I don't know, we may be in Dubai mainly and then use this place as a stopgap. There are a lot of people who want to get out of the UK. Surveys have shown that something like 30% of Muslims would like to leave the UK, and 20% of all people in Britain would like to leave the UK. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like. I'm just taking you for a little ride round. And up here on the left, we've got RMG developers. They're a British, they're Brits who are in the construction industry in Pakistan. They've been there for a while now, around about 10 years. That's their offices. And okay, there's me riding around again, doing another little tour. Okay, so if you want to use reputable builders, then RMG would be a good point of contact here if you're going to build in Bahria. This is a food place called Saffron, and it's in Bahria Town, phase 7. They call this Food Street. There's a few restaurants here. Very nice layout, great service. You'll have a look at the food that I ordered in a little while. This is Saffron Foodies. It's got good reviews. I'm probably not going to go for a platter. It's only me on my own. So I think this is ideal for me. Not bad for £3.50. So one of the things you got to remember here is when you pay cash, it's more expensive, and when you pay with card, it's cheaper. A bit weird, isn't it? I went out looking for plots around Bahria Town. This is phase 8. I just wanted to get an idea of what the kind of prices are for one canal plots. So they vary. You can get some very cheap plots, but like this one is sloping down. You can see the plot slopes down, which means you need to do extra work for the basement levels. So although you might find that this plot is cheaper, you could probably pick it up for like 1.2 crore. You'd have to do extra work on the basement levels. And then you get these other plots which are a bit more flatter, which tend to be a little bit more expensive.
Right up here. They call it orchard.
So around here, these are 10 marla plots. So 10 marla is half of a one canal plot, because a one canal is double the size of a 10 marla. Now here, you've got to be careful about the construction. So look at this building here and look at how it's all got cracks in it. So the construction company here have been absolutely awful. Look at the build. Look at the way it's all collapsing already. God knows whether the builders run away with these people's money, but this is what you can end up with if you don't have a professional, a company with good reputation, doing your construction. So you need to be very careful. These are one canal plots here. So you can get them 50 feet wide. Sometimes you get 60 feet wide plots.